Hi Virgo, welcome to your end of June 2020 General Tarot Update. It's Raina here. I'm just, rather than laying down the cards, I'm picking them from behind, while I'm shuffling, because it is less time consuming and time is of the essence right now as I try to get these very topical readings out, so I hope you understand. Okay. The heart of the matter is the Ace of Pentacles. You are Pentacles. Earth, energy. New job. New health regimen. Financial windfall can be Ace of Pentacles. Portal. Oh, we have that solar eclipse in Cancer. And that's the 11th house for you. Hopes and wishes. Maybe some money coming through so that you can make your dreams come true. So a new relationship that is solid, that may stand the test of time. All of these things. You may feel, oh, you know, it's so funny. It's so funny. I was going to say you may feel like you've been released from prison. And then I get this, Nine of Swords, which is a card of anxiety and stuff like that. So I wonder, how many Virgos were you afraid that you were not going to be able to find or keep your job? This is a period of time, as I record this. I live in the state of Illinois. I was going to say the Republic of Illinois, and we have been. I'm joking because I'm saying, you know, I feel like we're one of the. I know we're one of the strictest states for shutdown. So we have just moved to a new stage, stage 4, and stage 4 of our tyranny, and so. The thing is, like, a lot of people are starting to go back into the workforce in one way, shape, or form. So this Ace of Pentacles can be connected to that in some way for you. And so I'm coming from my perspective based upon, you know, being in one of those very strict states. And for other people in other parts of the world, I don't know how that works. Some of you may be, you know, and I think like England was really intense, which surprised me actually. But, that's really great because you feel that sense of relief, from the anxiety that you were worried about because, excuse me, I've been trying to clear my throat all morning. Being a Virgo, and me having the moon in Virgo, totally feeling you on this. There tends to be that anxious quality that can take over, especially when it comes to material resources, because that's just how you're acclimated in dealing with life. And even if you're a spiritual person, you might still have that, like, okay, well, when, you know, how's this going to happen? What am I going to do? And stuff like that. And so the higher message is the chariot card, which is, excuse me. The chariot is connected to Cancer. So there again, we're talking about that activation point. 0 point activation, 0 degrees, and creating the types of the dream life that you wish to embody or to experience, Virgo. So, you know, be intentional about that solar eclipse. Also, I would say that's non-duality. The chariot is about focus, and I was connecting it to anxiety about, you know, people who are self-actualized in this lifetime. I'm talking about, I don't know if you would say it's a spiritual thing, but I think it is on some level. But even people that don't consider themselves on the spiritual path, when I've observed people that seem to be very successful, but in a free-flowing sort of way, it's not like they're just very, they're very happy and they're doing things that they really love and are successful. Those types of people. They seem to just have like an innate focus where they just hone in on something, and the rest of the world is, they're either indifferent about or they are oblivious to. And I really admire that, because I'm a Sagittarius. I'm a mutable sign. Virgo is a mutable sign. I have a lot of mutability. You might have a lot of mutability, and that makes people with different irons in the fire. And that can dissipate your energy. So with the chariot, it's about saying, see what happens when you put your focus on one thing and you really devote a lot of energy to it. Like I said, this can be relationship oriented, and the chariot card may, be a pat on the back. You did this, you were able to break free from some sort of anxiety, or somehow you felt this sense of bondage. It would be on the mental level. So an example would be if you were afraid to ever seek love again. And maybe you were the one who, promoted it, or, went after it. And where normally you would be timid, you just really felt like, this is something that I want to pursue. What crosses you is the Six of Cups. This is the card of children. So there can be some kind of push-pull. If, let's say, you're somebody who is in the process of getting divorced, or who has recently gotten divorced and gotten somebody out of your head, and you are dating somebody new, maybe your children have not fully processed everything, and you're going to feel pushback from them. This is a card of childhood, so it can be childhood issues that are still there. You've maybe gotten some kind of affirmation from the universe, or experienced a victory, as the Chariot card suggests, but there is still work to do internally for your own sense of well-being, that you need to be able to process stuff from childhood. Oh, come to think of it, the lunar eclipse that we just had was on June 5th in Sagittarius. That was your 4th house, Virgo. So this may be something that has been coming up for you in the last month, even before the actual 5th of June, where it's like old issues kind of coming to the surface. But that is really good, because it means that you can be free of this. It doesn't have to control you anymore. And then we have the Moon card as what's coming in. This is card connected to Pisces. However, the Moon card, as we know, the Moon rules Cancer. So we have the Chariot card. I wonder, 2 major arcana cards. This might be more talking about even like the lunar eclipse in Capricorn, which is happening in a couple of, June 5th. That's going to be in your 5th house of romance. So this may be like a major, I was going to say revelation, but there's more to it. A major turning point for you, where you fully see, and this, the 4th and 5th houses can deal with childhood in one way or the other, fully see that kind of situation, how it has impacted you. For those Virgos who are very serious and maybe have not embraced their inner child, the 5th house is all about that. And it can let you let go of anything that, and same with the one in the 4th house. I mean, that one is specific to the family of origin. Let go of people, places, or things that are related to the past that are keeping you down. Another thing that I wanted to mention is with the Moon card, that it's about things that still need to be revealed. I'm wondering, or even to me, like conceiving a child, that was really what I wanted to say. If you have been trying to conceive a child, it might be like in that July, that first week in July, that that it's something that happens, or that it triggers the ability for it to happen in the next several months. Because I could see, like with the 9 of Swords, anxiety over this. And, you know, really with the Ace of Pentacles, having that new life that has to do with the practical, the Pentacles can even be the body. So that's why I said with the 6 of Cups in the challenge position, maybe it was a challenge of being able to conceive. And so the Moon card is very fertile and things like that. So obviously not going to resonate with everybody. And the outcome is the 7 of Wands. I was thinking about, not this card and Virgo, but I was thinking about Virgo yesterday. And maybe, oh yeah, because I was reading this book by this woman who happened to be a Virgo. She mentioned when she was born, so then I realized that. And she was abused by a partner. And I was thinking about that because I know that Virgo and Pisces oppose one another. And 7 of Wands is about standing your ground. Okay? And with the 9 of Swords, Virgo, there may be somebody in your life. Is it a Gemini? I thought I got something with Gemini. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. But someone who may have kept you down, who you got away from, but who may still try to come back in your life. However, I don't believe it's ever just one person. I feel like it's a succession of people, because I feel like it's a pattern a lot of times. And so the bottom line is, how can you stand up for yourself in a better way without being mean, without creating drama? But the need to, because wands relate to fire, and fire is individuality, and it's freedom. And as a Virgo, you are the humble servant. Somebody got mad. I wonder if they'll ever listen to me again, because they were saying, Virgo is not the servant, da 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 da. Because of course they think servants that it's shameful to be a servant. Probably somebody with Leo in their inner planets. And it took me 2 seconds to find a link to something, and I hadn't even been reading anything about it. I just remember, because I know that you rule the 6th house, and it's about service to others. And wanting to help, wanting to serve, wanting to improve. But you are part of it too. That's why I tell Pisces people, it's not just about other people, it's about you too. So whenever you want to serve others, you have to serve yourself. You have to love yourself and value yourself at the very same time. It's not either or. Let's pick an additional card. I just cut the deck in half. The World card. What is ending? And the end is the beginning. The astrological chart. The 12th house leads to the first house. It doesn't, everything doesn't stop in the 12th house and then you call it a day. No, it goes back to the first house. Circle. I wonder if that's what Joni Mitchell must have meant in the Circle game. That song. If you haven't ever listened to that song, please do. It's such a transcendent song that she wrote so early in her career. It's just, I marvel at some of these artists from the mid to late 60s and going into the 70s. The types of lyrics they wrote, you know, in their late teens and 20s. Such wise things that they wrote. Okay, so graduation day from your freshman year of life or your junior year of life. Different cycles. Or literal graduation. Like I said, you know, the Ace of Pentacles, that could be some kind of, well, I think, I don't think that there's student energy here. I'm confusing it with a prior reading. But that might be part of the cycle that's going on for you. And maybe you did it. You know, you graduated college or even high school and the odds were against you. People think it's so easy to graduate high school, but what if you, you know, have a lot to fight back with? I don't have many people that are teenagers watching, but it doesn't matter. I mean, I celebrate everyone, regardless of what they have accomplished, because sometimes there's a lot of things, a lot of obstacles in people's way. Okay, that's what I have for you. But you know, I will say, with the lunar eclipses in those 4th and 5th houses, Virgo, be very mindful of this. Be very mindful of yourself as a child. I'm not like one of those people that believes in doing a lot of exercises that connect with, you know, psychological or shadow work or something like that, in, you know, like formal type of exercises. But I remember one time, and I might have read this too, where you look at your pictures of yourself when you're a child, and I have done this, and you develop so much compassion for yourself, especially if you've gone through a lot in your life when you were young. And it makes you, you know, because sometimes it's hard to really see how far you've come. And that can be such a wonderful way to pat yourself on the back and say, wow, you really did this. And, you know, getting a little emotional about it to think about it. But maybe sometime I should post my childhood pictures. Since I'm so paranoid about not being anonymous, you know, that's why it's like kind of funny. But and anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of June. If you'd like a private reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.